Every bistro in France serves a frisée and lardon salad, which is a salad of bitter greens. So this is the frisée lettuce and speck. I adore speck. I love its mild smoky flavour and the fattiness that's in it. You can see that it's a perfect combination of meat and fat. Now the fat in the speck is integral to this dish because I want it to render out and flavour not only a vinaigrette that I'll be making later on, but also to flavour some croutons. This salad is all about texture. Now the speck just needs to be cut into lardons. So the word lardon just means cutting these pieces of speck into little matchsticks, just like this. Now, if you can't get speck, bacon also works really well for this. The only thing that'll be different is you won't get these big chunks. So that's what I love about this dish. So cutting them into their lardons, and I'll just pile up the last 3 bits, and then we'll cut them all the same size. Now I've got a large pan here, but I haven't turned the heat on yet. I want to slowly render out the fat. That's just going to give us a really crispy result. So into a pan, a dry pan. Perfect. We'll turn the heat on. When these pieces of speck do start to go crispy, that's when I'll add some oil because we want to flavour that for our croutons. In the meantime, I'm just going to chop up some walnuts that I've lightly toasted in the oven. Now you can see there's so much fat that has rendered out of this speck and it's starting to go golden. So I'll add another splash of oil, and I do need this oil because we're going to add some bread to the speck now. So just some old sourdough, 1 or 2 days old, and I've just cut them into cubes and then in that goes. And I want it to absorb all of that speck fat and become crisp and golden. Now we've got a deep colour on our speck and our little croutons are crunchy. So we'll take all of this out and pop it into a bowl. And now I want to make a warm vinaigrette to go with this salad. So some seeded mustard, it can go directly into the pan but off the heat. Along with some vinegar, some red wine vinegar. And then I'll whisk in some extra virgin olive oil. Use some good quality extra virgin olive oil for this. And we need about 3 tablespoons of this oil. Oh, smells good. That red wine vinegar is so strong, my eyes are watering. Perfect. Look at that. Great colour. Now I just need to season this with a pinch of salt and some freshly cracked pepper. Done. Now I'll just use a spatula just to scrape down the sides, and we're just going to pour that over our speck and our croutons. Finally, we can get the salad together. So the frisée lettuce, we'll add that. Because it is such a hearty bitter green, it will withstand some of this heat. Also some lentils, not traditional at all for this. In fact, this would usually be served with a poached egg, but I love the addition of lentils because it does soak up all those lovely flavours. I'm just using canned lentils that I've drained and rinsed really well. And that crunch that we were talking about, those walnuts that I've chopped up, we'll add them to the bowl. We'll give that a good mix, making sure everything's coated in that yummy speck and vinaigrette. And I'm going to plate up a portion for myself. Just in the middle of the plate, making sure I get all of that yummy goodness from the croutons, the speck, the lentils, and a few more leaves of that frisée on top. That looks fantastic. It does remind me of a nice, quick summer lunch in France in a bistro, full of flavour. You know, the French, they love a little bit of their speck and their bacon with the croutons. I'm going to have a taste of that speck. Look at that bit. It's got the seeded mustard and the vinegar all over it. Seriously hearty salad right there.